Hello friends, I want to welcome you to the Mixing Academy. My name is David Vignola. Thank you so much for stopping by the website and for checking out this video. Today I want to talk to you about what the Mixing Academy is all about, how you can get involved, and what makes this site unique and different from other mixing training websites you might have seen. The Mixing Academy is different and unique in a couple of different ways. First, the Mixing Academy is not a training website for beginners. This training is really for mixers who have at least 2 to 3 years of mixing experience and who has a basic understanding and handle on how to use EQ, compression, and can already achieve a good sounding mix on their own. Now, if you are someone who struggles with the basics of mixing, I highly suggest you check out my training website, homerecordingmadeeasy.com. I have lots of courses for people who are just starting out in mixing and need to learn the basics. Second, this is a membership training website, but with a slight twist. Let me explain. Most membership websites have a monthly or a yearly plan where every month you get a different set of tracks to mix, and you typically receive a 1 to 2 hour video of an overview on how the mix was done. Then you mix the song yourself and then move on to the next month's set of tracks. In that example, you only get a basic overview, and from month to month or song to song, there isn't much variety. You never really get a deep inside look at the mix or learn how the instructor thinks about the mix. It's mostly the mechanics of how to use an EQ on a snare drum or a vocal, for example. And all of that is great, but it only teaches you part of how a professional mix is really done. This is where the Mixing Academy is different. What we do here is focus on a mix not just for 1 month, but for 3 months. And that's how the membership site is set up. It's a 3-month plan. I spend 3 solid months with you working through the mix from beginning to end. In each of the 3 months, I provide new video training, and as the mix progresses and as we work through the mix, we focus on the details that most training products, courses, and other membership sites fall short and skip over. I cover topics like how to set up a session for success, how to choose the right compressor for a track, or how I use reference tracks to ensure I'm going in the right direction with a mix. Those are just a few examples, and because every song is different, new challenges are always around the corner, and I show you how I deal with those specific challenges. In addition to all of that, each song or in each 3-month plan, I pick a topic to what I like to call hyper-focus, where I go into even more detail and experimentation. For example, in the first 3-month plan, the song that we mix, I may pick parallel compression as the mix's hyper-focused topic. I might spend an hour just showing and experimenting with different compressors to see how they affect parallel compression differently. Then in the next 3-month plan, or the next song we mix together, I may pick a different topic to hyper-focus on. Maybe it's automation, maybe it's effects, or some other mixing concept or technique. This allows me to cover the basics and again lets me show you way more detail and take you behind the scenes into how I think as a mixer. This is what you never get to see in most training products. You never hear about the why, you only see the what. By the end of the 3 months, you have seen me dive into every last detail of a mix, and you've seen a ton of different mixing techniques, concepts, and problem solving. Also, during the 3-month membership, I do a live coaching call each month where we meet up and I answer all your questions and also provide feedback for members' mixes, etc. So think of the Mixing Academy as a high-level, hyper-focused mixing training course, which includes several bonuses like 3 coaching calls, 1 for each month, access to our private membership community, a free 30-minute private one-on-one coaching call with me, monthly mix feedback to help you improve your mixes during the live stream coaching call, as well as free drum samples, bonus modules, and other tools to help you become a better mixer. At the end of the 3 months, that particular mix is complete, and so is that membership. Once I announce the next mix we're going to work on, current members will have the first opportunity to re-sign up for the next 3-month plan. Then we start all over with a completely different song, different style of music from the previous, and I change the tools I am working with and change up the workflow so you as the student get some variety and see things differently from one mix to the next. For example, the first song I might mix mostly hybrid using my SSL and a combination of hardware and plugins. Then when we get to the second song, I may work all in the box using only plugins. By the third song, I may choose to work with my console, but maybe just with hardware on the master bus, and the rest is all done in the box with plugins. Get my drift? This way you get to see how I do things a bit different from mix to mix depending on the tools that are available, and you'll also quickly realize that regardless of the workflow and tools, you can still turn out amazing mixes and incorporate the workflow tips, the concepts, and the techniques I show in any particular mix, regardless of the differences between your setup and my setup. So I know this was a lot, and I appreciate you watching all the way through the video. I know this is a bit different than what you may have participated in the past, but I believe this is a great way to be able to take the time and stretch out in a mix and really spend the time and show and teach you things that you simply won't find in any other mixing training, regardless of price. My goal is to make the Mixing Academy a member-driven community where your ideas and suggestions are heard and implemented as time goes on. Your feedback as a member will be super critical to helping grow the Academy and will allow me to provide the type of training that you want as a member. The last thing I want to mention about this membership is that for every 3-month plan, I'm only allowing 15 members in at one time. This is based on a first come, first served basis. Again, this is different than most membership-driven training websites. Why am I doing it this way, you may ask? Well, it's quite simple. I want each group to be small enough to where I can help each member, give them the attention that they need, and be able to answer all their questions. This is very difficult when you have a lot of members and the group becomes too large. Actually, it's darn near impossible. Also, when the group is small, the members tend to interact with each other more, and I've seen friendships develop, collaborations on musical projects, etc. This promotes a tight community where we can all benefit from working together. So 15 spots per 3 months. Okay, that's it. If you made it this far, I assume you might be interested in joining the group when it first opens. Scroll down towards the bottom of this webpage and get on the list. When the membership registration opens, you'll receive an email from me directly, and that email will include all the details on how to sign up and when the membership will start. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email via the link at the top of this webpage, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much again, and I hope to see you inside the Academy.